My name is Adam Demicco. I play guitar in Lorna Shore, and we are coming back to play Good Things Festival.
That you are indeed, mate. Thanks for joining us today, Adam.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for
My
having me.
pleasure. So there's a fair bit going on with Lorna Shore at the moment, but we'll start with the fact that you're returning to Australia for the second time this year in December as part of the Good Things 2025 lineup, which kicks off in Melbourne on December the 5th before moving through Sydney and Brisbane over consecutive days. But it's a pretty quick turnaround between visits, mate. Have you even had time to unpack from the last one yet?
Uh, Thankfully, I've had time to unpack for the last one because we've had so many other things coming on. But I'm about to pack soon to go on tour in the States, so I'm constantly unpacking and packing. It's just the nature of all this. But yeah, no, we have it. This is our first time this year to finally make our way over there, and now we're just like, let's just keep going as often as we can at this point. It seems like.
Might as well strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was your first headline tour of Australia, and it sold out in something like 10 days, mate. Like, did you realize before that trip just how big of a fan base you had over here?
No, I mean, because you know what it is? People say, come to this place, and then you go to that place, and then nobody shows up.
Yeah.
And then we finally go. So then it was just kind of crazy that, like, everyone said, come, when you guys come to Australia, and then we finally come to Australia, and it does sell out. So I was like, okay, maybe there's more people than we thought. Because, you know, it's very easy to comment and say, you guys never come to Australia, and then and no one shows up. But everyone seemed to show up and sold out these shows really quickly, which was really awesome. And made wanting to come back a lot easier.
Now, how was the experience for you guys? Like, you played all over the world, but how do Aussie crowds stand up to people everywhere else?
I mean, it's very. I think a lot of crowds are very similar to each other. Not to say that no one's no one's special and no one's unique, but I feel like it just felt like the thing I will say. It just felt like we've been there a bunch, so it kind of felt like home in a sense. Is the best way I'd describe it is. It didn't feel awkward and weird because like when you first go play a place you've never been to, you're like kind of testing out the waters. That's kind of how it was when we went to like Europe and first started touring the States. Like it kind of took a while to kind of like in some places get your ground and get that fan base and people being into your band. But you know, if it did not feel like it was our first time playing Australia. It felt like we've already had a loyal fan base. Everyone was really into the band already. We didn't have to like convince people that we're a band and you should like the band. So it felt like home. So it was kind of nice. I'll say that's a different thing. We didn't have to convince people for years that you should like our band. So it kind of came a little early on. So it was nice. It was nice.
Sure. Now, Good Things has a massive lineup. There's yourselves, Tool, Garbage, Weezer, Knock Loose, Machine Head Refused, plus a stack of others. But who are you most looking forward to playing with and hanging out with while you're here?
I always love seeing Knock Loose on a lineup just because we always seem to like be touring on an album at different times. So that's definitely a band that anytime that we are on a festival or play a show with them, I always love to go see them because I just think they're a great band and I just love watching them. But definitely seeing Weezer because like I never thought Lorna Shore and Weezer would be on the same lineup. So that like so more like childhood teenage me would be excited about that. So those are the two bands I'm definitely looking forward to seeing.
Yeah, no, along those lines, bro, like it's a very diverse lineup. It covers everything from soft rock to punk to metal to pop punk. Like, are you a fan of festivals with lots of different genres of music, or do you prefer ones that have got some sort of common thread?
I like both because sometimes we've played festivals that are just like a metal festival and like all great bands are on a festival, so you could see them all in one day. But sometimes it's nice because like I do come from a diverse background of different music, so it's cool to be like able to see different bands and also bands that were not meant to be on the same stage with like play. So it's kind of cool. I like the mixture of both. I feel like it allows. I think I think everyone kind of comes from different diverse backgrounds and likes different styles of music or grew up liking different styles of music. So it's just nice to be in a place where I love festivals where you'll play with like a legacy band. Or and then then also play with the band that like you liked when you were a teenager, and then like also simultaneously play a band later that day is a band that you're currently listening to. So I kind of like that because I feel like you got like the pick of the litter, if you will. So I do like it, but I also do like when sometimes there is a direct, straightforward festival because you could just see all the bands in that world at once. So it's kind of nice as well. But again, a diverse one I feel like we lean as a band we definitely like more of because we all come from different backgrounds and we all like different styles of music, and that kind of plays into that.
I think it's really cool looking at the poster too. Like, I'm pretty sure you guys are the only band name on the poster that you can't read. Everyone else is.
Perfect. We're used to that. We're used to that. And we love that. We're used to that. So it's not weird for us.
So for the benefit of those who may not have seen Lorna Shore before, mate, like run us through a typical live show and what to expect.
I mean, the what we try to do is just try to perform our songs as best as we possibly can. I mean, the best compliment I've ever received is that we sound better than the record, and I will take that wholeheartedly. And I think that is the best compliment to receive because the record itself is really hard and challenging to perform in the studio. So let alone performing it live and not having all the luxuries of the studio is really nice. But I expect like. I don't know if you're familiar with the songs. You're going to hear the songs performed by the band, and I just hope the energy carries its way through it. I don't know. I've never seen the band live, so
True,
I
true.
don't know what to expect. But I hope what I put on as far as performance is doing the record justice and making an entertaining live show. And hopefully people will walk away feeling better about the band. That's kind of what I hope for. And yeah, I mean that's my goal every day, at least.
Yeah, nice, nice. Now, one of the things about festivals is you come across bands that you otherwise probably never would hear before. So just say someone's come along to Good Things and they know nothing about Lorna Shore, like what three songs of yours should they listen to in order to get a gauge on what to expect?
With three songs, normally I would say just listen to Pain Remains 1, 2, and 3. But I think that we're in a different album cycle. I would say listen to Unbreakable, Prison of Flesh, and Oblivion. I feel like those are the three songs I feel like give you a diverse understanding of the band. All three of them do different things, and they have strengths that other songs the other ones don't have. So I would say Oblivion, Unbreakable, and Prison of Flesh are probably the three to kind of get a good understanding of what we're going to be playing live.
And coincidentally, those three songs are all off your new album, I Feel the
Yes, they
Ever
are.
in Me, which comes out on September the 12th. So could you come up with a longer album title?
We could, but we'll save it for the next one.
Tell us a bit more about it musically, though, Rowan, and what you were going for this time around.
I think this time around, like similar to what I just mentioned before, that the songs are meant to be diverse from each other and allow them to display the band in many different lights. That was the goal. Whether we accomplished that, that's for you to decide. But for me, I think me and the rest of the band feel that we wrote the most diverse record that we can write and display ourselves in all different lights that we didn't think that we could do. So yeah, I feel like it's just a diverse Lorna Shore record and kind of scratches all similar itches, or not similar itches, scratches different itches, while simultaneously still feeling like the band. So, yeah, if there's stuff that you've heard from the band before, it's probably we didn't abandon our sound, but we also added other things to the pot and hopefully expanding upon it. That's been the whole goal is just to expand the sound of the band as well as display the band in different lights and show the diversity of who we are as musicians.
Yeah. Now, those three singles we mentioned before, Oblivion, Unbreakable, and Prison of Flesh, are all off that album. So are they a good sonic representation of what to expect overall, or are they just scratching the surface?
I think I think they are good. We chose those songs because they display a lot of what you hear on the record. But there is other songs on the record that aren't displayed in those three songs. But I do feel like it probably gets the point across a little bit. It gives you a good understanding of where we're going. But there is a lot other songs on the record that don't sound like those three songs. But I feel like there's a lot. If you are enjoying that material and you like things from those songs or like different things from those songs, there probably is other things to that, as well as there might be something that you're not expecting on the record.
Yeah, cool. Now, I Feel the Everblack Within Me follows on from your 2022 album Pain Remains, which was a big success for the band, mate. Like, was it tempting to rehash that winning formula on this one, or was it important for you to move on musically?
I think it was for sure like I don't think we want to write the same record twice.
Mhm.
I think we sat down and kind of was just like I think we could have done that, and it was just like every time we were sitting down writing something, it's like we've kind of already did that, or like how do we expand upon it? I think the biggest thing is expansion was like how do we do these things that we already do and expand upon it. I always feel like you're kind of just picking up where you last left off, and yeah, I think it was just trying to add on to what we already do or just do what we already do, just in a better formula, in a better way, and just in a more expressive way than kind of what we done before.
Yeah, cool. And how much of the new material are we going to be hearing at Good Things?
I think a few songs. I think a few
Yeah.
songs.
Nice. You're not going to elaborate on that? You're just going to leave it at that for us?
I think It's more than one. I'll tell you that, and it's less than 10. So
Very ambiguous, mate. All right, bro. Well, thanks very much for your time. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. Lorna Shore here for Good Things this year. Great lineup, great band. We'll see you soon.
thank you for having me.